Hi guys, so this is a PowerPoint to help with Task 6, Unit 1, and that is for your BTEC assignment on the functions of a business. So the due date for this is already passed. You should have handed this piece of work in the Friday before half term. So this PowerPoint is to help people that have got to resubmit the work with changes, but also for those of you that have not yet handed in the piece of work. So for Task 6 then, it is choosing 3 functional areas within the 2 contrasting businesses. So again, that is Tesco and OMBC. You must describe their role within the business and what they do within that functional area. So functional areas then, they're the specialist areas of an activity within an organisation. So they might include things like finance, marketing, production, customer service, sales, human resources, and there are other ones as well. So what you have to do is choose 3 for each different organisation and describe what they do for that business. So remember then that in the Jenny folder in the student drive there is a document called Activity Stations. This tells you what some of the functions do and then it applies these to McDonald's. This was made for a Year 10 class at my old school, but you should be able to use it if you wish. So your answers then, they need to be in depth. So you need to explain as much as you can for each department, not only a few points. Use the activity station sheet, this will help you. Your work must be written in paragraphs. I don't want to look at 1 page of paper that's in a block of writing. I would start by doing Oldham Council first, just because a lot of people in the initial classes were struggling to think of 3 different functions to write about as they wrote about the easier ones for Tesco. So ones that I think might be easier for you to write about for Oldham Council could be customer service, HR and management. I think those would be the 3 easiest, but like I said, it's up to you to choose. Make sure that you're choosing then 3 different ones for Tesco. I want you to include 2 example job roles to show that you understand what the function does. You must tell me what the department does and then apply it to the business. Remember with the McDonald's example, there's 2 pages on that document for each function that I have spoken about. The first one tells you what the function does in general in businesses, and the next one does it specific to McDonald's. So remember to read both pages and then think, how would this function work for Tesco, or how would it work for McDonald's? You do need to give quite a bit of information and not just 1 or 2 points for each part. I want you to remember to look at your spelling, because all you do then is hand your work in. I tell you how you've misspelt things, and then you have to do the work again and print it out. It's much easier to just go onto your piece of work and press spell check and spend a few minutes proofreading your work to make sure that it's right first time. Make sure that you've answered each question. Some people have given in 3 functions and not submitted it for 1 business and only done it for 1. Others have done both but only answered for 2 functions. I want you to make sure that you've got 3 functions for each business, so in total you should have 6 paragraphs. I want you to define each part and then apply it to the business. So for Tesco and Oldham Council, just like I've done on the activity stations, I've done it in general and then applied it. And as I've already said, make sure that you proofread your work. There's a lot of you in the class and I have to mark all your work. We've got a lot of past work and then the merit and the distinction work now that I need to start marking. It'd be really helpful if you could read through your own mistakes. It also saves you time, as you don't have to go back, do the piece of work again, submit it through Turnitin and print. So remember then, to hand in your piece of work, we are now all set up on Turnitin. So I want you to put your piece of work through Turnitin. Print off the digital receipt and then on the front page, write the percentage on. I will be checking this against the version that I can see that also tells me percentages. I want to staple your work together and then behind it put in any copies of your old work that I may have already marked and pop it all in 1 plastic wallet for me. This makes it a lot easier when marking, as I can see what sections I've already marked and which ones were okay. See you later guys, thank you.